What are the indicators that you may be exhibiting signs of reactive abuse in response to narcissistic mistreatment? Reactive abuse can manifest as a response to prolonged narcissistic abuse, where the victim, pushed to their limits, may display behaviors that, on the surface, appear aggressive or defensive. It's important to recognize these signs to better understand the dynamics at play. Here are some common signs that you may be displaying reactive abuse. Verbal outbursts. You find yourself engaging in heated arguments, yelling, or using harsh language in response to the narcissistic abuser's manipulative tactics. Your verbal reactions may mirror the aggression or hostility directed at you. Defensiveness. You become excessively defensive, feeling the need to protect yourself from constant criticism or blame. This defensiveness can manifest as a way to assert your boundaries or reclaim a sense of control in the relationship. Isolation. As a reaction to the ongoing abuse, you may withdraw from social situations, isolating yourself from friends and family. This isolation can be an attempt to avoid further criticism or judgment, creating a self-imposed protective barrier. Inconsistent behavior. You may find yourself oscillating between extreme compliance and rebellion. This inconsistency is a response to the unpredictable and controlling nature of the narcissistic abuse, where you struggle to find a stable middle ground. Manipulative tactics. In an attempt to regain control or protect yourself, you might unconsciously employ manipulative tactics, mirroring some of the behaviors exhibited by the narcissistic abuser. This can include guilt-tripping, playing mind games, or seeking revenge. Emotional outbursts. Reacting to the constant stress and manipulation, you may experience emotional outbursts, such as crying, screaming, or expressing intense frustration. These outbursts can be a release of pent-up emotions resulting from the ongoing abuse. Feelings of guilt. After displaying reactive abuse, you may experience overwhelming feelings of guilt or shame. This guilt may stem from the realization that you acted in a way contrary to your values, but it's important to recognize the context of ongoing manipulation and abuse. Loss of self-identity. The prolonged exposure to narcissistic abuse may lead to a loss of your sense of self. In response, you might adopt behaviors or attitudes that are not true to your authentic self as a way to cope with the toxic dynamics. Self-blame. Despite being the victim of narcissistic abuse, you might find yourself blaming yourself for the relationship's problems. This self-blame can contribute to a cycle of reactive abuse as you struggle to navigate the complex emotional landscape. It's crucial to understand that reactive abuse is a response to a toxic and manipulative dynamic, and it doesn't excuse the original narcissistic behavior. If you recognize these signs in yourself, seeking support from friends, family, or a mental health professional can be essential in breaking free from the cycle of abuse and rebuilding your sense of self. What are some ways you can heal from this abuse? Healing from narcissistic abuse and overcoming the effects of reactive abuse involves a combination of self-awareness, self-care, and, in some cases, professional support. Here are some strategies that may help in the healing process. Acknowledge and validate your feelings. Recognize and accept your emotions without judgment. It's okay to feel angry, hurt, or confused. Educate yourself. Learn about narcissistic abuse to gain insight into the dynamics at play. Understanding the tactics used by narcissists can empower you in the healing process. Establish boundaries. Set clear and firm boundaries to protect yourself from further manipulation. Clearly communicate your needs and expectations, and be prepared to enforce these boundaries. Seek support. Reach out to friends, family, or support groups who can provide empathy and understanding. Share your experiences with those you trust. Therapy. Consider seeking therapy or counseling. A mental health professional can help you process the trauma, explore coping strategies, and work towards healing. Self-care. Prioritize self-care to nurture your physical and emotional well-being. This may include activities you enjoy, healthy lifestyle choices, and regular self-reflection. Journaling. Keep a journal to document your thoughts and emotions. Writing can be a therapeutic way to release pent-up feelings and gain clarity on your experiences. Mindfulness and meditation. Practice mindfulness and meditation to ground yourself in the present moment. These practices can help alleviate anxiety and stress. Rebuild your identity. Reconnect with your authentic self by rediscovering your interests, passions, and strengths. Rebuilding your identity is a crucial step in the healing process. Set realistic expectations. Understand that healing is a gradual process. Set realistic expectations for yourself and be patient as you navigate the journey towards recovery. Legal support. If necessary, seek legal advice and support to address any issues related to child custody, financial matters, protection orders, or employment issues. No contact or limited contact. If possible, establish no contact or limited contact with the narcissistic abuser. This can create a space for healing and minimize the potential for further manipulation. Trauma-informed therapies. Explore trauma-focused therapeutic approaches such as EMDR, eye movement desensitization and reprocessing, or CBT, cognitive behavioral therapy, to address the psychological impact of the abuse. Support groups. Join support groups, either online or in person, where you can connect with others who have experienced similar forms of abuse. Sharing experiences and coping strategies can be validating and empowering. Remember that healing is a unique and individual process, and it's essential to tailor these strategies to your specific needs. If you find that the impact of the abuse is significantly affecting your daily life, seeking professional help is strongly recommended. Therapists, counselors, and support networks can provide valuable guidance and support throughout the healing journey.